What's up, everybody? I'm tired from a busy weekend, but I'm tired in a good way because we did some good spiritual work this weekend. And I just want to entitle this video Network at Church. Now, here's the thing everywhere you go, people are talking about the power of networking. Social media, people talk about networking. In YouTube, with different battles between different creators, people are talking about networking. And it is true, right? The power of your network is going to amplify your powers. It's going to amplify your ability to defend yourself. It's going to amplify your ability to find opportunities. It's going to amplify just lots of different opportunities that you're going to have. So here's the thing. A lot of times people talk about networking everywhere, but where should real men be networking? They should be networking at church. Now, when I say network at church, I mean that both literally and spiritually, because here's the thing. I got my first job because of people at church. I got my second job and third job because of Christians who knew me from church. And a lot of times, because parents don't insist that kids go to church, kids miss opportunities to connect with professional, good, moral people because that's who's at church, right? People always talk about hypocrites being at church, but let's be real. There are some hypocrites at church, but where else would they be? Because if they were out in the world, they wouldn't be hypocrites. But the truth of the matter is that most churches are filled with people who, even if I disagree with that church's message, they are people who are trying to be moral, people who are trying to be spiritual, people who actually care. So when you look at a church, what better opportunity to network for real than there? Now, let me just talk about it in a spiritual sense because, yes, we are counting on men in our network at church, but I think in a spiritual sense, we need that network. Think about it this way. I need accountability. If I am messing up and I don't know how to fix what I'm doing, it's the men at church that are going to help. At the same time, when I am having problems with my wife, a lot of times, a lot of red pill guys will not get married because they don't know how to correct the issues that a woman won't correct other than by walking away. So that's what makes them red pill, right? Red pill is the idea that you understand women's true nature and that you can walk away at any time. And so you'll never get married. You'll never be fully connected to any woman because you understand that you can't control them. Well, here's the problem. That the solution, I mean, when you go in a church and it's a healthy church, now I'm not talking about no weak church. I'm talking about a healthy church. When you talk to your wife about things and you talk to your wife about submission, when she gets around those other women who got the right mindset, they're going to help you be a good leader in your home too. Now, men at the church are going to come at you and talk about how you should be leading. And you're going to take your butt kicking sometimes. But you know it's going to be good because it's going to be for a good purpose. But she is too. And here's the thing. They're going to push you to lead and they're going to push her to submit. They're going to push you to be masculine. They're going to push her to be feminine. And they're going to push you to do the things that God wants you to do. They're going to make you stronger. And I think that's a reason why a lot of people don't go to church really, because they don't want to see the problems that people with spiritual eyes will see and point out to them. They don't want to change, right? Men don't want to lead. Why don't men want to lead? They don't want to lead because they don't want to encounter difficulties that will require conflict and decisiveness. Why don't women want to submit? Because they don't want to trust God. They don't want to trust that if they leave things in somebody else's hands, if they're not controlling something, that God can still do good. Ultimately, both men and women are afraid of not being able to get the credit for their work, right? So people think, man, if I have faith and pray, well, then people are going to say it's not me. I can't do my own, help myself up by my own bootstraps kind of story. I can't do a self-made story. And here's the thing. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, that idea that I need to create this storyline where I'm the greatest, where I started from nothing, where I was on the bench, couldn't even make the freshman team, and now I'm the greatest in the league. That kind of story is a once in a lifetime story for a reason. There's only going to be one Michael Jordan. There's only going to be people like that every generation. But what we need to point to is success. What's the bottom line? And when you network at church, what you're going to get is people who care about you, people who are praying for you. And ultimately, People who like you and love you without the ulterior motives that you'll find everywhere else. So, hey, network at church. You will not regret it.